Alright, let's continue sanding. This is all still looking pretty good. There are some minor scratches here and some oxidation, so I'm just using 180. My water line is too low. It touches the water and this paint is not supposed to be in the water. So I'm going to sand this with 80 grit now, just to clean it up nicely. And then I'm going to raise the white stripe a little bit and then raise the anti-fouling. I've been paying quite a lot of attention to what other boats do, and one of the things I've been noticing is that there's a lot of boats these days who have the waterline, or sorry, we have the anti-fouling substantially higher than the waterline, and I actually like that. It actually, you know, prevents, if you want to have a nice white stripe, to keep that clean. I noticed that the whole top part goes really easy with a real fine grit because you know, there's nothing really wrong with it. But with a white stripe and with the oxidation on top of it, it's easier to use a less fine grit. So I'm gonna change that strategy. I'm gonna continue doing the whole bottom with a less fine grit, and then when that's finished, I'm gonna do the rest of the top, including the bottom, with a finer grit. You see the difference, right? And then when I'm gonna put on the new water line, I'm gonna start from here. I'm gonna draw it straight to the bottom of here, so you don't see that anyway, and it's better protected like that. All right guys, that's it for today. I've worked a little under 9 hours in the sun. It's enough. I don't know if you've seen the videos in Guatemala 2 years ago, and what I remember from that time, it was there either crazy hot or a lot of rain, and I really pushed my body to the limits to really work from morning till evening to get things done as soon as possible. And this year I'm like, I want to do things, you know, I want to do things right. I want to take my time. It might be a month on the heart, it might be 2. You know, I chose a place with a bit more wind, with a bit better climate. So yeah, that's enough for today. I'll see you tomorrow. It's another beautiful day with currently not a lot of sun, which is nice when you work outside. And yeah, got long sleeves, sunscreen on, which is important. I didn't always do that in the past, which I regret, because, you know, it's important. All right, let's continue sanding. I'm gonna take the sticker with the name of the boat off because I want to sand it and paint it nicely, and then later on I'll put a new sticker on. First I'll measure it just to be sure next time if I buy a new one that I know what I'm gonna need. Just made a picture with the dimensions that I need. Gonna continue sanding with 180 now. When we put the boat on tires, put the front a little too low, so there's a little bit of water that stays on deck after rain. So the forklift truck is coming and we're gonna raise the front a little. feel like by the time you get to the point where you're like almost finished, that's when you finally are starting to get good at it. I'm done with the machine. It's starting to look pretty good. I definitely need a shower. Yeah, so gonna do a couple things by hands still, corners, and I gotta see what the weather is gonna do, because it's a bit rainy. It might be a bit rainy in the next 2 days too, so I might have to postpone the actual painting, but we'll see. There's a tropical wave moving through the Caribbean today, so that means probably going to be quite a bit of rain in the afternoon and or night. So not a good day to paint the blue hull, because, you know, it takes a long time and then it needs dry time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off the water line up until where I want the anti-fouling to come, and we're going to put a first layer of anti-fouling around the water line. There are a couple parts of the boat where I want to have more layers than on the hull. I'll do 2 or 3 layers on the hull in general, but then the waterline, the front of the boat and the bottom of the boat need more, because they are just wears off faster. So yeah, that's all I'll do today. Clean it up with some acetone. I've taken the white water line all the way off until the green primer, and then put a strip of tape above it. On this side the same. And here on the back I'm going to raise the anti-fouling all the way up until here. acetone and some other supplies at the Budget Marine and the hardware store. Look over there, you see this system? That's gonna bring some rain. That's what I was talking about earlier. This is the perfect example of weather where you should be like, I don't really have to go out today, let's go out tomorrow. Like a Budget Marine. And also to the hardware store, got some more paint supplies, acetone. Yeah, ready to paint tomorrow. The weather forecast was right. It rained a lot yesterday afternoon. It should be dry now for about, well, for the upcoming days for sure. So yeah, let's paint the boat. Two years ago when I painted her, I used 2-component epoxy primer and then 2-component epoxy paint where I had the color mixed to the color that I wanted. Now I'm using a standard marine blue color from International Top Lock. It's a 1-component paint. So let's see how that works out. First acetone. I'm ready to start putting the first layer on. The good thing about this weather, when it's not so sunny, is that the paint won't dry out too fast. I was planning to do one more layer, but I ended up doing 2 more layers, so 3 in total, because I had so much paint left and time, so why not? An extra layer is never a bad idea, I think. Yeah, let's get the tape off and let it dry.